A decade has passed since Rorik Ironhand first earned his title, a decade filled with trials that would break lesser men. His legend grew with each passing year, whispered in taverns and sung by bards from the frost-covered peaks to the sun-scorched deserts. He had faced down beasts of myth and challenged sorcerers whose names were curses on the wind. Yet his greatest challenge was still to come, lying in wait in a place forgotten by maps and men. Our story picks up with Rorik journeying through a desolate, unnamed valley, a treacherous pass carved between two colossal mountains that scraped against the grey sky like jagged teeth. The air was still, unnaturally so, the silence broken only by the crunch of his boots on loose shale. It was the kind of quiet that precedes a storm, a stillness that warns of lurking predators. And a predator there was, one born of nightmare and shadow. Without warning, the ground trembled, and a shadow fell over the canyon, so vast it blotted out the midday sun. Rorik looked up, his hand instinctively gripping the hilt of his famed blade. A demon dragon, its scales the color of obsidian, and its eyes burning embers of pure malice, descended from the peaks. It was an ancient evil, its roar a cataclysm that shook the very stones of the mountains, a creature of raw power and unholy magic. The battle was immediate and brutal. Rorik was a blur of steel and fury, his movements honed by 100 battles. He dodged gouts of shadowy fire that turned rock to molten slag and parried claws that could shred steel as if it were parchment. The demon dragon was a force of nature, its immense size and magical prowess seemingly insurmountable. For hours they fought, the canyon echoing with the clash of sword against scale and the monstrous roars of the beast. Rorik was pushed to his limits, his body bruised and his stamina waning. But the Ironhand was not just a name, it was a testament to his unbreakable will. He saw patterns in the dragon's attacks, a slight hesitation, a momentary shift in its weight. He knew a direct assault was futile. He needed an opening, a single moment of vulnerability. As the dragon lunged, jaws agape, Rorik dodged beneath its massive head, his eyes locking onto a patch of softer, pulsating scales on its lower chest. The beast's heart. With a final desperate surge of strength, Rorik unleashed a flurry of strikes. His blade sang through the air, each slash precise, each one deeper than the last. He poured every ounce of his being into the assault, a whirlwind of righteous steel against ancient evil. The dragon shrieked, a sound of agony and disbelief, as Rorik's final strike plunged deep into its vital organ. The colossal beast staggered, its life force draining away. But as the light faded from the dragon's ember eyes, it summoned its last dregs of power. With a guttural chant in a long-dead tongue, it cast a final, spiteful curse. A swirling vortex of purple and black energy ripped open the air directly in front of Rorik. The pull was irresistible, a cosmic vacuum that tore him from his feet. The last thing he saw before being consumed by the portal was the dragon's mouth, curling into a ghastly, triumphant smirk as it finally expired. Rorik Ironhand, the hero of the age, was gone, snatched from his world by the dying curse of his most fearsome foe. Where has the portal sent him? A different time, a different world. What new horrors and wonders await him on the other side? The legend of Ironhand is far from over. In fact, a strange and terrifying new chapter is just beginning. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. If you're as excited as I am to find out what happens to Rorik, make sure to hit that like button, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next part of the story. See you next time.